Man. Anyways, bro,
Yeah.
this online dating scene is turned way the fuck up.
Okay, why is that?
Like, because
Well,
you
I know
told me to
why
try
that
out
is, but tell why.
transgenderdate.com,
Yeah.
and well, see, okay, let me back it all the way up.
All right,
I
turning
ripped
it
some
all
shit
the way
up in
back.
my shoulder, so I spent a week at home just literally doing nothing.
Yep.
So I had all day for the entire week to just step my online dating game way the fuck up.
Which I still don't even know why you hurt your shoulder or how you hurt it. All I remember is you're just like, man, I blew out my shoulder. I'm like, what? Sitting on the couch?
Yeah, no.
Cranking down so hard. You were just like, oh my god, I gotta come so hard. And you're like, my shoulder.
Nah, man, I just, I overexerted myself, and,
Yeah, cranking it.
I'm out here acting like I'm 21 when I'm 35, and it's just like, yeah. You can't work out like you're in shape. You gotta work out. You gotta take it easy first. So you can't hit the weights hard like you used to.
I'm gonna say, what'd you do? Just load up the bench? You just like all the weight.
Yeah, I mean, I was hitting it hard, and when you're not used to it, you hit the weights hard, and you go till exhaustion until you can't do it anymore. You're ripping all sorts of shit up, and it's just. So I kind of just got a little tear here in my. It's feeling so much better now, but anyways, I was already off for the week, but I plan to like be outside doing stuff all week, and I just end up staying in the house on Vicodin and just chilling out. So. Plenty of time to revamp my online dating. I got back into transgender date because you strongly recommended that one to me. But then I started looking for some other apps, and actually one of the guys in the Discord, he recommended this app called this trans app. And dude, the shit is fire. Yeah. Like all sorts of ladies on there. I got to be honest, like transgenderdate.com was definitely had limited options, and then I tried this other TS dating app, and still very limited. And this one is Grindr is still limited on Grindr. Even though Grindr is how I found out about that one sex party, so I did get looped into that shit. So thank you, Grindr, for that one. But this trans app, lots of women on there, like lots of women on there, and like. They're not because some of the other sites, like you pretty much you have cam girls and prostitutes. Yeah, pretty much. Like littering these sites. Like, hey, I'm in town for this weekend, or hey, I'm on cam. Like, here's the link to my cam. Like, whatever, go away. But this app, the trans app, it's actually got has a lot of young ladies. A lot of young ladies on there looking for actual relationships, because a lot of those other apps had older cross dressers on there and stuff, and it's definitely not what I'm looking for.
So this one has young legit trans girls on there looking to take your BBC up the butt. Is that what I heard? Is that what
maybe? But after dinner first. I gotta take them out to dinner first, man.
I mean,
you gotta be a gentleman about it. I can't just show up.
Fucking fancy. If you want to be all Mr. Fancy Pants about it,
I'm gonna take him on a magic carpet ride, show him a whole new world.
Yeah, like, ooh, look at me! I put on a shirt and I go to dinner and stuff like that. Whatever. Stuff the butt. That's how you do it. You just
man. Well, anyways, I'm having some really good luck. I've gotten some interest from some very good-looking ladies. Like, I gotta be honest, like. Cis or trans, like these are some of the hottest chicks I've ever talked to. Like there's some real beautiful women on that app. So I'm just glad there's an app out there that actually corralled this, what I've referred to many times before as a very elusive community in one place where people can actually find them. So shit's dope, bruh.
Yeah, sorry I gagged there. I mean, we just started recording and you brought up cis girls, and I was just like, I wasn't ready.
Oh, jeez.
I wasn't ready. I just ate. I'm like, ugh.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, oh, my stomach. Vagina, no. But
so anybody, if you want to scare Eric, like just dress up as a vagina and then run down the street at him and he'll run away.
I will scream like a little bitch. I'll be like, stranger danger all day long right there. It's trying to envelop me. Well, good. Always good to hear that, man. You being the one on the dating scene, me being the one not in the dating scene.
It's rough in these streets.
I always like to hear your stories and live vicariously through your dating scene, and hear what's going on. The only problem is that you're such a gentleman and you're so slow when the answer should be like dick pic. But hey, we can't all be slobs like me. Like I said, you like to put on shirts and go to dinner and shit like that. Whatever. Mr. Fancy Pants.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
Yeah, so, and with all that said and done, welcome guys to Trans Talk for Men, the show where we talk about men who like trans girls, and that's my cat in the background. Digging in his litter box is probably that noise you're hearing in the back. That's not usually our typical opening, but I'm going to stick with that. We have a real special episode for you guys, and you're about to find out why in a minute. As always, my name is Eric, with my co-host Chris.
Yo!
Hey! And our very special guest, we have our own trans girl in the studio, a person I know very well. That would be Natalie. Natalie, introduce yourself.
안녕하세요, 친구.
Oh my god. You're not Korean.
Swadika.
You're not Thai either.
Konnichiwa.
You're not Japanese.
Ni hao ma.
Okay, so because apparently I'm dating a moron.
Oh, fuck you. You ass.
That's Natalie. She is Asian, but she's not any of those Asians that you just heard.
Hey, everyone. My name is Natalie, and I am Asian. I can pass for Puerto Rican some days, but
Some people do think she looks Mexican.
I wish I was like half Mexican or Puerto Rican or some sort of Spanish, because I have a big ass butt. But anyways, thank you for having me in the studio. I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
Of course,
welcome to the show.
I like to say studio, even though it's a desk.
They don't need to know that. We can sound posh.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, that would require me putting on a shirt if we were in a studio. So we got Natalie in the studio. Now, Chris, you and I have been talking about bringing Nat in Natio. That's like Nat Audio.
Oh my god.
We're just going to refer to it as Nat. That's probably going to be the title of this show is Natio.
Natio. What about Nadia?
Natio. Hey, hang on. I gotta write that shit down.
Well, let's talk about Nadia for really quick. So I want to give Nadia Love a shout out. She is like very
Nadia Love. T.S. Nadia
Love. She is like so fucking sexy. And Nadia, if you're ever listening to this, you're more than welcome to come and join us in a threesome.
She's
or join me in a twosome.
No,
you not Chris.
You get the fuck out
Just
of here.
for me.
We invited her.
So Nadia, you're listening. I'm ready to suck that dick.
You know who she is, don't you, Chris?
Yeah, I follow her on Twitter. So
yeah. Well, apparently,
extremely
Nat's been
hot.
following her.
I follow her on Instagram, and she is so fucking sexy. Like, she is like the epitome of like beautiful woman to me. So
Yeah,
Nadia, if you're
gorgeous.
ever listening to this, I fucking love you. I think you're gorgeous, and you're more than welcome to fuck my boyfriend in the ass. I haven't hold his legs up for you.
Apparently, I'm gonna get fucked in the ass, but she's hot.
Man,
so...
she hoeing you out just to get with her own girl.
Yeah, but that chick's hot, so I'll get fucked in the ass for that chick. That don't bother me none. Two trannies. Oh Jesus, I just said that.
Oh my god, I'm so offended.
Don't even. You give me that official pass. Anyway, two trans girls in my bed. I can do with that.
Oh yeah. That shit.
Oh yeah.
Wait, who said it's gonna be on the bed? It's gonna be on the couch.
Fine, the couch isn't big enough, but sure.
On the front lawn where the neighbors can see.
Yeah, where the landlord can see.
We can inspire the kids. Oh my god, okay, block that out. Let's not say that.
So that's definitely gonna be left in. Yeah.
Oh my god, I was
welcome
so
to the show.
sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is how the show works. It doesn't. We're pretty lazy on editing, so.
Yep.
So especially me. So Nat, I know about you, and Chris knows about you, but everybody else listening doesn't know about you. So tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are, where you came from, etc., etc.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you guys for having me on the show.
You said that already.
Shut the fuck. Oh, okay. Anyways, I can't stand you. I need you to like take 5 steps that way and talk to me never. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Natalie. I identify as a transgendered woman. I have been in transition for over 12 years now. I like to consider myself very passable. If you follow Eric's Discord, you will see lots of pictures of me. What else? I'm 30. I'm Asian American. Hmong, Hmong to be exact. I'm very proud of my heritage. I love being trans. I love everything about the trans community, and I wouldn't change anything.
That it?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We're listening.
I was like, hello.
No.
I like to order a double pizza.
A double pizza? What the fuck is a double pizza?
I was gonna say double topping pizza, but you cut me off. So shut
no,
up.
you just said double pizza. You didn't say double topping. You just said double pizza.
I'll double tap your face, you don't.
We can go back to the recording. This can be played back.
Oh my god! Just like continue.
Okay, so So yeah, that's Natalie. I'll chime in a little bit. So yeah, Natalie is my girlfriend. I've talked about
Eric is my boyfriend.
Yep. I've talked about her before on the show, guys. I'm sure you've heard me talk about her. Nat and I have been together for almost 7 years now.
Long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time in that booty, and I have never once, fun fact, never once worn a condom with Natalie.
No.
Even on our very first time.
Our very first night, after like he fucked me, he said, well, whatever you have, I got it now too. Yep. I looked at him, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
Talk to you never.
That's because I'm classy that way.
You're very classy. You said I smell musty our first night too.
Okay, well, you didn't have to put that
And I was
there.
like, my mustiness, smell is not coming from my pussy stick.
So...
damn.
So as I've told,
it was a cheap ass motel. That's why.
As I've told, it was pretty cheap.
Wait, what?
It was a cheap ass motel in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. Madison, what's up?
Sun Prairie, home of the douchebag. Let's go.
Wait,
Not
really?
what that is,
there's douchebags there in Sun Prairie?
Oh no, it's Meathead City over there.
Oh,
but
is
anyways,
it's Meathead City.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But regardless, this was your first night together, and y'all was at a motel.
Our first night together, Eric was too cheap to pay for anything, so I paid for it. And he was like, I'm leaving to Japan for a year, and I really want to meet you. And we were like talking for 2 weeks?
It was a very short amount of time.
Yes, and our first night talking, he was like, send me a picture of your bulge. And I'm like, no, bitch.
That was not the first night.
I was like, I don't know you.
I at least waited until the second
night.
No,
it was the first night. And he was like, show me your bulge. And I was like, no. And he was like, you bad girl. I was like, I know.
Wait, but you sent it?
Wait, what?
Oh, no, she sent it, yeah.
Yeah, you did send it.
Yeah,
have
you seen his blue eyes? I mean, come on.
Hey, somehow it worked. I don't really know how it all came to...
Your blue eyes.
Well, I guess it was my blue eyes.
And I really like your penis.
And my penis.
Oh, no, I didn't see your penis yet.
Yes, you did. I showed you my dick.
Oh, my God. You are so generous.
But yeah, so we've been together for, like I said, almost 7 years now. It'll be 7 in August. So we're actually just a month out from 7 years.
Yes.
But she's right. We spent our first year apart, pretty much as far apart as you could possibly get. I was living out in Japan. She was living back here in the States.
For the record, even though we fucked 4 or 5 times that night, Eric was so sweet because it was so cold in that motel room. We weren't rich enough for a hotel. That room in the motel, he was so sweet because it was so cold, and he wrapped me up in a blanket and snuggled right up to me, and I was like, oh my god, he is so sweet. This is the man I want for the rest of my life.
Yeah, and I still want to point out that we're still not rich enough for a hotel. So
I don't know about you being rich, but I'm rich.
So like I said, we spent our first year apart in Japan. We talked pretty much only over Skype and text and stuff like that. Kick, yeah.
So whoever invented Kick, you're like the bomb.com.
Yeah, except for Kick is just like a sex place now.
Well, that's fine.
So yeah, that's just a little bit about Nat and I, and Nat and who she is and whatnot.
You guys who's listening, please give little hints and pointers so that he marry me one day, because I'm tired of being single.
Oh my god, she's not single. She just we're not even talking about that. We're moving on. Completely moving on from that. So
put a ring on it.
Put a ring on it before you lose it.
Oh my god. So that's been Train Talk for Men. Glad you enjoyed our 15-minute conversation.
Thank you.
I can't take this anymore.
And we are done.
This is the final
Goodbye,
episode.
Guys. Talk to you never.
This has been a disaster.
So Nat, you mentioned Nadia Love earlier, right? I know that's your girl crush.
That is my girl crush.
Well, that's her current girl crush.
That's my current girl crush.
Your current girl crush.
It changes a lot.
It changes a lot because before Nadia Love, it was T.S. Danny D. I don't think she does videos anymore.
No, she does like cam stuff now.
Oh, does she? Well, link me.
The blonde hair one, right?
Yeah. Yes, the one who's like really butch looking. Oh my gosh.
She grew her hair out too. She's not short. I don't think she's short haired anymore. She looks really good.
Danny D, you're listening to this? Come on. My asshole is waiting.
And she actually bottoms a little bit now.
Oh my gosh, she bottoms now. Wow.
Fucking amazing. Devil's Film or whatever the fuck she was working for couldn't get her to do it, but she's doing it on the amateur videos.
Yes, TS Seduction, step up your game. Okay, anyways.
No, who's your male celebrity crush?
My male celebrity crush, I would have to say, shout out to my BTS, my K-pop boy band. So a lot of people.
Real quick, it's guys that listen to this, right?
I don't care.
I'm just saying, it's not 12-year-old girls.
So fellas, just so you know, the ladies are loving BTS. It's a K-pop group.
Oh yes,
full of hoe ass bitches, and they sing and shit.
Oh my god. You guys need to stop hating on my BTS. Anyway, so I am a big fan of K-pop music, and so I will always stick by my K-pop group. So anyways, my celebrity that I will fuck would be BTS Taehyung, also known as V.
That's V for Virginia.
So V, if you're ever listening to the show, my pussy's waiting.
My pussy, she means her ass. She ain't got no pussy.
Yes. So this ass pussy. Yeah. I mean, Chris, you've seen it.
Well, yeah, Chris, you have seen it. That's true.
Eric, I'm gonna let you handle this next question, man.
Yeah, sure. So Nat, I'm certain everybody.
Wait, what'd you call me?
I called you Nat.
On this podcast, you call me babe.
No, on this podcast that I host, I will call you whatever the fuck I want.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever.
So tranny bitch next to me.
Oh, fuck you. I'm so offended.
Nat, have you ever been caught masturbating?
You know what? I've never been caught masturbating. Like,
what?
I've been caught watching porn and like in the process of beginning to masturbate, but never like full on masturbate.
Who caught you?
I mean, I live with my siblings.
Well, right, but who caught you? I mean, you also lived with your mom and you lived with your siblings.
No, okay, funny story.
That's what I was getting towards. The funny story.
Funny story. So when I was younger, I caught my little brother. Oh my god, I should not say this.
I don't think he'll
say it. Don't nobody know. Can't nobody tell you from the rest of the Nats in the country. Come on now.
But he like had like a whole bunch of porno that he printed out, and he was on his tippy toes on top of the dryer.
Wait, who was?
My brother. And just
shit.
Jerking that, and I was like, dude, we're siblings. It ain't that big. Like, there's no reason for you to go at it that hard. I mean. But yes, another funny story. My mom okay, so I am a porn addict. Hello, thank you for having me to this group. I'm a porn addict. But I had a lot of transgender porn, and my favorites are like Ladyboy Ming, like all those girls. There's like girls back in the days. And she saw it, and she was like, this is so disgusting. You're a woman. Why are you watching this? And if you're going to decide to be a girl, why don't you just get your whole thing cut off? And I remember I told my mom, I was like, Mom, it's not hotter when you have like a 10-inch dick hanging. And she was so mad at me. She threw it away, and I ran and picked it right back up.
Oh damn!
I was like, I paid $40 because
you can say that. You can say that you're transgender.
I want to be sensitive to all the sensitive mofos out there.
I like how you said sensitive mofos.
Yeah, sensitive mofos out there because
you sensitive.
This generation, like I swear, like this day and age, you can't even say hello. You can't say hello to me. That offensive. That offends me. So now I'm just
mofos. It's interesting you bring that up. We did talk about this. I think it was probably the last episode.
Probably.
Where we had Pride. It was during the Pride weekend.
Yeah. Oh my gosh! Happy
here
Pride!
In
Oh my
god,
that
was last.
Oh wait, no, it's July 13th. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I wasn't invited to that episode.
Close enough. But they were talking about it. They had like a pansexual lesbian party in like one of the side rooms at the nightclub I was working at, and they like told security like 150 times, do not use pronouns when you're addressing these people, because if you do, you have to say they, them, or their, no matter who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And that broke some of the brains of the guys on security, but it was just like,
okay,
I don't know, it was crazy. Like I just don't think anybody, well, at least in that customer service capacity that security works in,
mm-hmm.
where we're telling you, yeah, the bathroom's over there. Hey, this is where the bar is. You need to find an exit. The closest one is over here.
Mm-hmm.
Or this person messing with you, I'll help you out. Like, nobody's like being antagonistic if they just say him and you want to be addressed as her. Like, just say, hey, I want to be addressed as her.
Yeah.
Like, you got the wrong pronoun, asshole. And
no, like I totally agree. Like, I feel like we live in a day and age where people are just so sensitive about everything, and it's like you can't expect people to automatically know that you want to be addressed as they, them, there. It's kind of like people need to be, what's the word I'm looking for? More forgiving. Like forgive people's ignorance or forgive people's mistakes and forgive, like, hey, you know what, we still live in a generation where we're still learning all this and nobody's trying to be malicious, that this is something still very new, so people need just to get down that white pony and just get on the same level as everybody and have fun.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree to that, to say that you need to, like you said, forgive the ignorance and assume that people are coming from a good place, not a shitty place. Is definitely. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I do this like once an episode where I just start fucking rambling like a crazy old man on his front lawn. Like, I remember when I was driving.
Take this opportunity to because this does tie into what we did want to go into, like just shitty dating experiences and all that kind of stuff, just talking about Nat's perspective of dating out here. And I'm sure she's come across people misgendering during dates or in chats or whatever.
What, to be honest, from what I can remember, I had never been like misgendered dating.
Well, yeah, because you're hot.
Huh?
Because you're hot.
Well, thank you.
Well, it's true.
No, I had never been misgendered dating, but I nobody has ever called me like boy or him or her. I like him or whatever like that. But
excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
My siblings accuse me that. How was the Hmong community about that kind of stuff? Because I have talked about, like, in the past on the show, I've talked about how the Black community views a lot of this kind of stuff, but definitely interested to learn about yours.
The Hmong community is still very ignorant about this, and are still very close-minded when it comes to trans people. Oh my gosh, maybe this, I started remembering something. Maybe this is misgendered in some kind of form. When I came out as Natalie almost 12 years ago, I had a friend who had another friend, and this guy would refuse to call me Natalie. He was like, no, I'm gonna call you Nate. Yeah, and I was like, fuck you, asshole. And then later on, he saw how hot my titties look, and I was like, no thanks. But the Hmong community, I feel, it still has a lot of learning to do. My experience with the Hmong community is that there was a really good group out there called Soy. Shades of Yellow is what it stands for. And they were a really good Hmong support group for me at the time when I was transitioning. And they had a pageant that they ran, and I ran for this pageant twice. I was even the pageant coordinator for it 1 year, and the 2 years that I did ran for it, I got top 3. And then the Hmong community, I felt like they needed more. They needed somebody to step up and like be a voice for the trans community. So I actually took it upon myself to run for the big pageant, which is Miss Hmong Minnesota. Miss Hmong Minnesota 2012. So I ran for that pageant as a trans woman, and I made it to top 3.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. So
I feel like that was an accomplishment. And of course, people talked, was like, is she... they didn't say trans, but are you guys familiar with the term katoi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, Hmong people use the same word too, you know, katoi. So they're like, oh my god, is she a katoi? Like, what is she? Is she a katoi? And I'm just like, I am Natalie, and I am who I am. And I got top 3 bitches, so suck it.
Nice. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is cool. But, so yeah, our main topic tonight, guys, is going to be, you know, just talking to Nat. It's going to be kind of an interview experience. You know, she's our first trans girl we've had on here. And so we're actually going to talk to her about her dating experience and what her experience has been online dating, using dating sites and stuff like that. Not apps, because she didn't use any apps at the time, but
at the time, I still don't do now.
Well, yeah, that's true. But hopefully,
What's
this
your
will.
knowledge? Just kidding. So, well, you know what though? I would never do that, because then Chris would look and Chris would see, and I have a vibe that Chris is a tattletale. So Chris would be like, hey,
yeah, I'm a snitch when it comes to my friends. Yeah, I'm a tell.
Good man. I'm good that
I saw your girl on this website.
I'm glad that I got Chris on my side then.
Yep.
Anywho, hopefully all this information that we'll be talking about here and that Nat will be giving you guys, so give you some insight from the girls' side.
Yes, please. Guys, I cannot stress enough. Please treat trans women as you would a cisgendered woman. I'm so tired of like men treating us like we're just sexual objects, even though I'm very sexual. It's like, still treat us like a lady. Like, oh my god, is that so hard to ask for? Like, dress up, bring us flowers, take us to dinner, put on a t-shirt, Eric.
Well, and bring you flowers.
Bring flowers
on the first date.
I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
No, we don't do that for cisgender women either.
Oh my god,
you know that. Like,
you guys are stingy.
Well, yeah.
Now, Eric will tell you I am not stingy. I'm quite wasteful with my money.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Dang, the man in San Francisco,
I will ball out.
Just kidding.
Chris is definitely more of a generous guy than I am. And
oh my god, Chris, how generous are you?
More than me.
Generous enough to, when I visited your friend in Minneapolis, I put us in a 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel. Hello.
Well, let's not talk about that. It's a sensitive subject for me.
So yeah, Nat, do tell.
Okay,
so when you were dating online, let me ask the question as the interviewer.
Okay,
Chris and I will ask the question and then you answer.
Yes, sir.
I know that you have the script in front of you. But it makes for good listening.
Okay, yes.
When it's a back and forth sort of experience, not just, I'm going to read a script.
Yes, Daddy.
Easy peasy.
Okay, Daddy.
Chris, what have we done?
This is great. I love it.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay, so, Nat, back when you were online dating, what did you use for your dating platforms? How did you meet guys most regularly?
Okay, so there was 3 sites that I used mainly. One was tsdating.com, transgenderdate.com, and I think Transgender Date is such a wasteful site now that I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I'm sorry, whoever created it. You revamped it, and now it sucks. And the third one is
Thanks for telling me before I paid for it.
Well,
I don't know you.
What would I know?
Ooh, damn. Eric told me to do it.
Well, I haven't been on it. I told you already that I haven't been on it for goddamn near 6 years when I met you.
So when I met Eric, we met on transgenderdate.com. And that was like, it was still a legit site at the time. And like, it was bomb.com. I was on there like 24/7. And I met like multiple dudes, not multiple, like I want to say like 3 guys on there that I had like potential relationships with. But if I wanted to like hook up, I'll just go on Craigslist and post up an ad. Lonely Asian T-girl in her 20s looking to get fucked. DDF only. DDF.
Is that your answer to that?
Wait, what?
Is that your whole answer?
To what?
Well, what's so you liked transgender date? How was TS dating?
TS dating, it was okay. A lot of the services you cannot really access because you had to pay for it.
Even as a trans girl?
Even as a trans girl, we still had to pay for it. But that's how I met my first ex-boyfriend.
Oh, well.
He was on there, and his profile picture was all shady. But I was like, ooh, I kind of like it. He looks kind of scary.
Yeah, what happened to him? Tell people what happened to him.
We dated on and off for 2 years. He was very sketchy. He was in the militaries. And, like, he had a lot of PTSD and TBI. I'm not gonna hate on him or anything like that. But, yeah, but when we broke up, he actually, well, like, towards the end of our relationship, we had a lot of issues because he actually wanted to become a she.
Oh.
And
oh, shit. Jerry.
I wanted,
Jerry.
Yeah.
So she became Anastasia. And I was in this point of my life where I still wanted to be with this person. No matter if this person was man or woman, I wanted to be with this person because I loved this person with all my heart. But this person had a really bad habit of not being faithful. And so she would cheat on me. And I'm like, dude, I'm doing all this for you. And at the end of the day, you still cheated on me anyway. So I broke up the relationship. We went our own way. So, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that was quite the twist there.
Yes,
Shyamalan direct this thing or what?
Her name is
not recently, he didn't.
Anastasia. So, I'm not gonna hate on her or anything like that. I wish her all the best. Unfortunately, being in a trans relationship isn't for me because that's not my preference. But I wish her all the best.
Fair enough. Well,
want to handle this next question?
Yeah, definitely. So just tell us some of the things that, because this is a show for the guys that are seeking trans women. So tell us about a lot of the things you saw on online dating or just in dating in general that guys did a lot that you did not like.
A lot of the times, the thing that would irritate me most is, do you top? A lot of these men that message me in the past would always want to know if I do stuff with their butt or if I'm like open to like fucking them in the ass. And a lot of times I want to reply. I'm very sensitive when it comes to topping because I don't have a large equipment. I have a very girly penis. So I'm kind of like, I don't think I can ever, like, if you follow Eric's Discord, you'll see my penis and you'll see what it looks like. It's very girly. Thank you. Yeah, so a lot of times I'd be like, no, I don't top very well. Well, why not? Because that's just not what I prefer. I bottom, what am I trying
Mostly
to say?
is the word.
Mostly. Sorry, I'm getting a little turned on right now, so I'm like moaning.
She is getting a little turned on right now. It's yeah.
Do we need to take an intermission here?
Oh my god, let's take an intermission. I'm gonna get my ass.
No, we gotta keep going through it.
But yeah, so a lot of times I would just get a lot of questions like, do you tap? How big are you? I want to see your penis. I wouldn't even get a hello. And so that really irritated me. So guys out there, if you're interested in trans women, please don't act like that. Please just send them a message saying hello. I think you're really pretty and I want to get to know you better. Something simple and sweet and gentle like that would get you so far, you know? Instead of, do you bottom? Do you top? You're so hot. So that's one thing that really annoyed me. And another thing that really annoys me is people sending me pictures of their penis.
Does it really?
Yes, like it really irritates me. Like send me a picture of your face, because if you're really hot, then I want to see your penis. But if not, please save it for the animals. Save the planet.
Well, like every woman that says she hates dick pics, all I have to tell her is, guys wouldn't do it if it didn't work. So they're out there somewhere out there in the world, there are women that are responding positively to dick pics.
Wait, is that responding negatively?
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Oh my god!
But yeah, you don't like it, but there are women out there that do like it.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I like it. The guy's cute. Like I want to see your face first. Then go ahead and send it to me. And if you're worth
if you were like on an app like a Tinder and you saw the guy's pictures, you liked him, and you guys matched, and his second or third message to you was a picture of his dick, that would be cool.
I guess yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are you? Would you consider yourself a size queen? Would you be like, nah, it's too small, I'm not fucking with you?
No, I really don't consider myself a size queen. I joke about it, but sometimes bigger isn't always better. Let's just say that. Because
all right, well, you heard it here, fellas.
Yes, man. Like, even you're working with, like, a 4-incher, as long as you know what to do with it, that's all that matters. Because I've done it with, like, a lot of men. I was a whore. Now I'm a housewife. Oh my god, you turned a hoe into a housewife. Are you happy?
No.
Oh, shit. Time to send Snoop Dogg an email. Tell me what's wrong.
I'm innocent.
And then get him on the pod.
I'm just kidding. I never sucked dick in my life.
Whatever. She sucks dick all the time.
But, you know, like, I have had guys who are, like, 9 inches. And, like, it hurt. It doesn't feel good. It's like they don't know what to do. They just shove it in. I'm like, whoa, hold up. I have all this meat inside of me. You had to hold on. Like, no. I like it when the guy knows what he's doing. So, for example, guys out there not hating, you have a big dick. If you do have a big dick, just go gentle. Know that it hurts. That's a lot of meat you're putting into that poor girl. So just take it easy and just be like, here, let me go soft, and you just tell me how you want it. So, but, you know, with that said, Eric is, like, perfect size for me because he's not too big, he's not too small, he's just perfect. And oh my god, the other night when we fucked, did you see my eyes roll back? Like, oh my god,
yeah.
I'm, like, dying. Like, it feels so good. So, it's not really all about size.
All right. So,
Chris.
Happy fuck game on 10, fellas. And apparently Eric has his on 10 because he's making eyes roll to the back of the head.
Yeah.
After 6 and almost 7 years.
Yep, that's right.
Still putting it down.
So, to be honest, when Eric and I first met each other, he was so bad at sex. It wasn't good.
That's not true. That's so not true.
I'm just kidding.
No, you went there. Tell the truth.
He didn't really know how to suck dick, but
Well, yeah, I didn't know how to suck dick.
But this is actually, I would say that would probably be a lot more common because the trans population is so small and elusive that, you know, a lot of times, and I know a lot of, like, I've seen it on dating profiles where girls are like, no first timers.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want to fuck with guys that have never been with a trans chick, and it's just like, okay, this is kind of like graduating from college, and your first job is like, no, you need 10 years experience.
Do you remember
You're
that
like,
on my
wait,
profile?
what? Where do I get that fucking experience from?
When I wrote on there, it's like, I don't want no first timers.
Well, see, I wasn't a first timer though.
No, you were not a first timer. That's why I gave you a chance.
I wasn't a first timer, but no, I didn't.
No, the reason why. Okay, so I'm gonna just say this. The reason why a lot of trans girls are very sketchy and very picky and don't want first timers is because, one, they don't really know what to do. Like, just honestly, they don't really know what to do. A lot of times they're nervous, and a lot of times they're like, I don't even know what to do with your beautiful cock, you know?
And it is a pretty hot cock, guys.
But not only that, though, us trans women don't want to be a guinea pig. And I feel like a lot of first-timers use us or treat us like we're a guinea pig to see if this is something they'll like or not. And so a lot of trans girls would refuse to do first-timers because of that reason. Me, myself included. Like, I refuse to be anybody's guinea pig. When I was still on the dating website, I put that on and I would say, no, if you are a first-timer and you're just looking to experience what it's like, no thanks. I don't want nothing to do with it because I don't want to be your guinea pig. I don't want to be the person for you to make up your mind if this is really for you. You need to go and figure that out yourself before you even step into my zone.
Mm-hmm. So what do you say to I mean, I guess what advice do you have for all the guys that are listening right now that are first timers? Like, is there any way to get over that hump? Is there anything that they can do to reassure a lot of trans women of their intentions?
I hate to say this, I say lie.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Eric said, I would just say lie. Or don't even bring it up or mention it. Just say, hey, yeah, I had experiences. Or, hey, I had a few. Or something like that. Until you get to really know that chick and, you know, that girl. And, like, you guys really connected. Then you can be like, hey, you know, like, after you guys had sex and, like, spent time together already, then you can be like, hey, you know, just so you know, this was the first time for me, but I'm really serious about you. Because...
she'll forgive you for the lie.
A lot of girls would, but I feel like...
Really?
I feel like a lot of girls would. I have a lot of trans friends, and they all would have to... a lot of them would agree with me. There's nothing that hurts more than you knowing that you're a guinea pig. And this guy just, like, ditched you because it wasn't for him. It hurts and it sucks. And even if it's just sex, it still hurts. Because then you look at yourself like you're a freak. And no girl want to feel that way, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty good advice to say that even if it is your first time, say it's not. And then if you don't like it, if it turns out it's not for you, one... I suggest launching yourself into the sun as soon as possible.
No.
And then
no.
Don't tell the girl that you were lying. Just be like,
gentlemen, if you find out, like you had your first experience and you find that this isn't for you, please don't ghost the poor girl. Please do not do that. That is so heartbreaking. Let that girl know, like, hey, you know what?
It's not working out.
I thank you for the experience. You know, I'm grateful for that. But I realize it isn't for me, but I wish you the best. Something kind of like that. Even if she, like, screams and yells at you, at least you were a gentleman. You were kind enough to give her a reason or explain something. There's nothing more than I hate in this world than guys who ghost. It's like you have enough penis to fuck me, but you don't have the balls to tell me to my face that it wasn't for you.
You ain't gonna like me then.
Oh, Chris, I have a little bit about you, but that would be after the podcast.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna get it. Y'all heard it. I'm gonna get it after the podcast.
You're gonna get punishment. Sorry, I tried to keep it away as long as possible, but you're like, bring her on, and I'm like, oh
yes.
No, I'm with it, man. This is a great podcast. This is highly entertaining. Just listening to it now, this is great stuff. So I'm sure the guys are gonna love it.
Yeah.
So guys out there, please, if you get anything out of this podcast, please, if you hook up with a trans girl and she has hopes that you're going to be meeting up with her again and you're not interested, please tell that poor girl.
Well, and I want to...
that you're not interested.
I want to clarify real quick that I wasn't suggesting that you launch yourself into the sun to ghost this girl. I'm suggesting you launch yourself into the sun because if you had sex with a trans woman and you're like, no, it's not for me, something's fundamentally wrong with you.
I would just say try it again because you know what? Not everybody's good at this thing. And
that's true. Try it again.
There are some people with shitty head game and some girls that don't know to throw it back. And they,
my God. I give like such a good blowjob because all the guys I have met, I kid you not, they always like, you suck dick like it is a lollipop.
We need fucking champ. Can you teach a class? We need champions out there.
Oh my God, yes. Ladies,
I've been having a hard time with trans chicks and not being fucking champions and sucking dick. So I need you to be on top. Teach everybody about that.
Trans girls out there.
Bro, the first time, the first time a trans chick threw it back at me, I said, "Oh damn, oh she throwing it back," and it was
wait,
fire.
hold on. What does throwing back mean?
When so when you're fucking a chick in the ass, so you're fucking a trans chick, and then she starts moving back, like backing it up on you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
like moving her ass back to
when she starts
and then
into it.
So then like say you're fucking her good, and then like she starts doing it, you could just be still, and then she's riding it, doggy style pretty much.
Yep.
And that shit is like awesome.
Yeah, it's great. That's why I said launch yourself into the fucking sun if that's not good enough for you.
I would just say, fellas, try it again, because
get off my planet.
Don't quit off of one.
Well, I mean, everybody has their own preferences, and I have to
their
say
preferences are wrong.
No, I disagree. But, out there, like, if you even try it and it's not for you, that's fine.
No.
Just please be honest and just tell that poor girl, like, it wasn't for you. And T-girls out there, if you're giving head, you should know how it feels if you're pre-op. Like, you don't want no teeth on your shit. Like, don't use no teeth, honey.
Shit. She's calling
just have some gusto about it. Just don't go down there and put your mouth on it and just beat her. Like
yes.
make out with
my
it.
biggest
Like,
thing,
be all about it.
Yes, like make it wet. Like my biggest thing, honey, like maybe you can like attest to this. Like I like to get it wet and like real dirty, and then I like to put it in my mouth slowly, and then lick it like a lollipop, and then I will make it my way, like like force it down my throat a little bit, you know, and then make it all super wet, and then just take my time and make love to that cock. Because, girls, cock tastes fucking delicious and you know what you're doing. But no teeth. And I have bad teeth. You guys know that. Like,
Well, I know that. Nobody else knows.
I know. They don't.
So, you have to use the roof of your mouth because the roof of your mouth has a lot of ridges. Mm-hmm. So, you have to rub the head of the cock on the roof of your mouth because then it gives them a lot of sensation. And then if you're going to puke if you're doing it, then you should not be doing blowjobs.
Well, I mean, okay.
Oh my God, is it bad?
I mean, good luck finding your forever man if you can't do that.
What's that?
I mean, I'm sorry, cisgendered or trans females. Period. If your head game is weak, you better have something else to back that up, man, because it ain't gonna last.
You better have a tight ass.
If you have a super head game, that dude will stay with you forever. Like he ain't leaving.
Well, I haven't gone anywhere yet. There's a reason.
Yeah, see, there you go. Eric been with her almost 7 years, so
yep, and there's a reason.
I'm telling the truth.
Oh my God, I gobble that dick like it's my last meal. Like, is it Thanksgiving? Okay, gobble gobble.
Oh, so sorry. Another just random question here.
Yeah.
Have you? And this is for both of you guys. Like, have you guys because I know you travel to like see family and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done anything in like your parents' house before?
All the time.
Oh yes, definitely.
Really?
One time we were in North Carolina. I'm sorry, my friends. We were in North Carolina and we were at like this rich people's house. Like
they're family friends of ours that we meet when we're on vacation in North Carolina.
Yes, and so like Eric's mom was like, I double dare you to jump into the ocean with your full face of makeup and your clothes. And I'm like, sure, I'm not materialistic. Fuck it, I will go do it. These falsies are $5 anyway. Let's go. So I jump into the ocean and everything. So we're gonna clean up, and Eric went with me. Well, the shower is big enough for the both of us, and that was fucking hot.
Yeah, we fucked
me in
the shower of our family friend's house, and then on the bed of our family friend's house.
Yes.
And then we fucked in my parents' house, and we fucked in Natalie's parents' house, and we fucked in my grandmother's house.
Yes. We've done it
your
all
over. Your grandmother's house.
Oh, yes, we ain't got no shame.
I'll take it to a whole new level.
No shame here. No, we're doing your great grandmother's house, and you let us.
I'll do it on your great grandmother.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? I do your great uncle. How about that? I'm just kidding. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, no, we've definitely fucked pretty much. If you put us up anywhere, expect that we're gonna fuck there.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so
so we're coming over to your house, right, Chris?
So story time. Okay, so I was once seeing this dude for a couple of weeks, and like he was so shy and scared of everything. I'm sorry, no, this is disrespectful to you, but I don't care. You know, and so he was so shy about everything, and we were just out shopping, and I was like, you know what? Let me teach you something. So I took him to the fitting room, and we had sex in there, and I was purposely moaning so loud. I was like, yeah, give me that dick, yeah. Yeah, you like fucking a little tranny ass. Like, yeah, you fucking that. And he was like, stop it, people can hear it. And I'm like, I don't care. I was like, yeah, fuck that ass. Yeah. You're gonna come in my little hole. Yeah. And so a lot of time, like I said, like after that incident happened, he was like, I'm never hanging out with you again. I'm like, that's fine.
So that was not me, but yeah.
No, because Eric would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I would. It doesn't bother me any.
Oh my God,
I will say that it's become my like favorite genre of porn now is when chicks just doing shit in public. Like,
oh my God,
there's like fitting room videos out there now. And...
Yeah. Remember a couple weeks ago we were out like at that posh like golf restaurant and the food was really bad and I took out my dick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to tell you about that, Chris.
There's like a whole bunch of old men around and they're all like acting like they're so snobby. I'm like, I'll give you something to snuff about. There goes my penis.
Yeah, we were eating at we stopped at a restaurant. We were out hiking in the woods and we stopped at a restaurant on the way home and I thought it was just a restaurant. Well, it turns out it was a golf club and that was their golf club restaurant. So it's a bunch of uppity white people. And Natalie...
Well, uppity people. Let's not do race.
They were uppity white people. It's golf.
I'm sure they were white. Yeah,
it's golf. Fine. Let's be real.
Oh my God, I'm trying to be sensitive to sensitive mofos.
I'm white. And they were uppity white people.
Okay, anyways,
Anyway, Natalie totally flopped out her dick under the table and I was jerking her off and stuff in this golf club while we were eating. It was great.
The barbecue was good.
Did any of the old guys just catch a glimpse?
I have no idea.
Maybe they did. Maybe. But I mean, if they didn't pop the Viagra pill, you could have never known. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, oh.
We don't really give a shit if they caught a glimpse or not.
You know, I'm at that point of my life where I really don't care. Like, a lot of days, I don't even tug. Like, a lot of T-girls out there might not agree with me and might be like, you have no shame. I really don't.
No, this is a no-tuck show. So we wholeheartedly support no-tucking.
Advocates of
at all times.
Yeah, it's like, I've been, like,
especially
yesterday.
At the pool.
Always at the pool.
Like, yesterday, I was, like, wearing those, like, booty shorts and, like, my nutsacks were, like, hanging.
Yeah, she has this great pair of cut-off jean shorts and her nuts regularly slip out the side of the leg.
Okay, like, even though I identify as a trans woman, to me, there is nothing hotter than a fucking T-girl who has... I'm using a lot of slang, so all you sensitive mofos out there, I'm sorry. You know, there's nothing hotter to me than a girl who has a cock. Like, I'm sorry, that's just me too.
Well, yeah, that's me too.
Like, I would never date a trans woman because that's just my preference, but I'm not against fucking. And to me, there's nothing sexier than, like, a trans woman with, like, big tits and, like, her eyelash game is on fleek. And she has, like, a beautiful dick. I love it. I just love it.
Me too.
What a coincidence.
Oh my God.
I like big titties too.
It's almost like we're on the same show together.
Oh my God, you're all, like, yes. But I told Eric, like, once I get my boobs done, like, I'm gonna look like a fucking goddess.
Well, you'll know what she'll look like. I mean, you know what she looks like already, Chris. So, yeah, with Natalie with big old tits,
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys follow the Discord, you guys would have seen my nudities on there. Those are my real tits. They're all hormone. 100% corn-fed. So, no implants there. I've been blessed, but... my vanity wants me to have bigger tits, so I need to get bigger tits.
And you know I'm
That's
okay
all right.
with this. So.
You know, big tits make the world go round. Nothing lights up a room like a pair of good tits. So.
Oh my God, you guys are all
nothing wrong with that. By all means.
Yeah. You're a pervert.
I am a pervert. I love sex. Like, oh my gosh, I'm like so real about sex. And the thing is that I can make the most quietest person in the room talk about sex. Like, is that bad?
No.
Nah, that's probably good. I mean, you're fine already, but I think that's probably something that's really good for a lot of trans women because, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of socially awkward guys out there that are still good dudes in the end. They're just socially awkward and introverts. And I mean, yeah. I mean, that's just a good tool to have, period. So.
I once hooked up with this dude. He was Milano. So, Chris, hey. And his name was Marcus. Well, not was. He's still alive, I think. Is Marcus. Geez. And he went to Chicago. So, hi, Marcus. And, oh my goodness, he would never say anything to me. I didn't even get a hello. But I could tell that he liked me, though, because his thing moved.
His dick twitched. I felt it.
Yes.
Have you, and you can feel free to share some of the experiences of your friends, just because this show is very anonymous. Like, nobody's going to know who you're talking about exactly. But speaking of just, like, awkward moments in dating, like, have you experienced any awkward moments with, like, or just negative moments with, like, meeting the parents of anybody you're dating, or like?
That's a good question.
Have you had any problems with that?
You know what? Eric is my first long-term boyfriend that I actually met the family. Mm-hmm. All the rest of the guys, I had never met their people before. My ex had kids and an ex-wife that he was very close with, and I never met none of them. Like, he would keep me hidden. Did not like that. When I did meet Eric's parents for the first time, I was very nervous and very cautious. I want to say that's the word for it. Cautious. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I never was and never will be. But I was very cautious because I didn't know his parents. And his parents actually came to meet me first before Eric was even back in the States yet. And like, his mom called me on her birthday and was like, I want to meet up with you. I want you to keep this a secret. Don't tell Eric. But I want to come and meet you first the night before he flies in. How do you feel about that? And I said, sure. I'm like, okay, let's go. But I was very, very, very nervous because I am very self-conscious about my voice because I feel like my voice gives me away a lot of the times. Like, look-wise, I don't want to sound like a conceited bitch, but I feel like I can get away with it with my features and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of it is my voice. I was afraid his mom and dad was going to be like, she sounds like a bro. Like, why are you with this girl?
Sounds like a Chad.
She sounds like a Nate.
I knew you'd like that one.
So I was a little nervous, but his mom was such a bitch to me the first day. Oh no, you don't remember because you weren't there. Like, I went to pick her up and everything.
I'm really not surprised by any of that. My mom is a good person, and Nat can attest to that.
Oh no, she is a good person. I love her. She is a sweetheart. I love her so much.
She's extremely standoffish at the beginning.
Yes, and she doesn't like people who dress up apparently at the time. But I had, like, I had a really short skirt on.
She was dressed kind of slutty.
And my heels, and she did not like that, and she was like, you sure you can walk in those? I'm like, honey, I can walk 5 miles with this watch. I was like, it's fine. But I was being on my behavior, being really good, being a good girl. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry, keep going.
I mean, in my mom's defense, we are.
I'm still enjoying your character. I love I could walk in 5 miles. Like, I love it all. Just keep going. You're great.
Yeah, for sure.
You're great.
Like, I'd be fine with it. But
we're country people, so like.
You're country people. I know country.
That's what I just said. My parents and me were country people.
Sorry.
So when you show up in your 6-inch heels and your short skirt and whatever, I mean, I fucking love it. Gets my dick hard all the fucking time.
Wait, where are your parents from? Where they live?
We live in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which, I mean, we don't own a farm, but they're...
Oh, your parents... Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God, Chris, you ever come out here? Yeah. They're all, like, in camouflage and Crocs. This is the type of people I'm
they dress like that here in Denver, too.
Oh my God, in Denver? Oh my gosh.
Way too much flannel. People come to actual nightclubs in flannel, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh my gosh. Denver people
I wish I could throw them out
game.
myself, but... Denver doesn't give a fuck how they dress. They
I know you're wearing flannel, Chris. Don't even pretend.
I used to, like, in 7th grade.
I'm like, you're out there looking like a lumberjack.
Who dressed up really nice? Like, the people in New York. Yeah. We were in New York a couple weeks ago. Shout out, New Yorkers. You guys are all fucking hot. I love you guys all. And shout out to Susie's Tea Girl Party. I love it.
Susie Villa TS Party.
Yes, shout out, girls. You guys are fucking awesome.
Thank you for
Thank you for treating my man very nice. Yeah. But back to the question. Or the thing, anyways.
The story about meeting his mom.
So his parents, they left me now. Like we mutually decided that we're gonna let them know that I'm trans.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, we did do that. It's not we are going to.
Oh yeah, we already did, and
that was years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it went by really well. And
how long did you wait?
We waited
between like first meeting them and then
maybe 3 years.
3 years. Yeah, I think 3 years. Yeah.
And then you and I were like, let's tell them because they wanted grandkids. I think that's how the subject got started.
Yeah, my parents really want grandchildren, and of course I want to give them grandchildren, but we were feeling bad, and we're like, look, we got to lay this down on, because they're like, when is Natalie going to give us grandkids and stuff like that?
Yeah, why is it up to me?
Well, because theoretically it would have been your uterus. So,
well, I do find that interesting. I mean, to get that push when you guys are still like boyfriend and girlfriend, like you're not engaged or married or anything. That usually comes from like a newlywed couple, like, hey, so when are the kids coming, guys?
Yeah, I see where it comes from, but I'm also, on my part, I'm also worried about my dad. My dad is 60. Longevity is not necessarily on his side of the family all that well. I mean, my grandfather died at 86, so that would only give my dad 26 years, and I want to give him grandchildren and stuff like that too. So, they're I think they're a little bit worried because they're getting older. And stuff like that,
I think they're very worried. And plus, like, Eric's brother and his girlfriend, I don't think are planning to have kids ever. And
I don't know if that's gonna happen or not.
So that's it makes me really sad, and I'm really sad. I know Eric. Like, me not having kids is a very touchy subject for me because it sucks. Because I want to, like, especially with me being so in love with you, it's like, it saddens me.
That's to you, Chris. She's in love with you.
Oh, Chris. No, Chris ghosts people.
No, I'm sorry. I what?
Chris ghosts people. I'm scared of Chris. No, thank you.
Well, she's scared of ghosts, Chris. That's what she's afraid of.
I'm afraid of getting close to him. And then he's like, I'm not talking
she already made it clear, and I'm clapping my hands right now. She gonna come for me after the podcast.
Oh yes, I will.
So everybody already knows she don't like Chris. That's cool.
I know. I didn't say I didn't like Chris.
We're gonna bang this podcast.
I don't like Chris style.
We're just pretending to be like cordial. We actually hate each other.
Yeah. So having kids and stuff like that is a very touchy subject because Eric knows that. I am so in love with you, Eric.
Yes.
Eric.
Yes.
That it's very... Oh, my God. Chris, you want to fuck me? Let's go.
Eric, Chris.
Oh.
Oliver. My middle name is Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It is. Oh, I'm sorry.
Dope. What's interesting is a lot of the stuff that you brought up, I've actually been seeing it on, like, dating profiles.
Oh,
where, like, the apps and the websites actually structure that stuff in there. So, like, this trans app actually has something in there, like, there's something in there, like, do you care if your partner has kids or not? Do you want to have children someday?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of trans women on there, they're putting on there that they want to have children.
Of course.
Which is a huge turn on for me because I want to have kids someday, too.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking perfect.
It's like, so sad, like, because, like, the post-up trans girls out there, like... You still can't implant a uterus and like stuff like that,
no. There was a news story I did send to Eric this week.
I was actually going to bring it up. But...
Oh, yeah, by all means, go ahead, man.
Well, no, I was just going to bring it up for you to explain it more. Send it out. I was just going to say, hey, that story,
It was just, new surgery that had been successful. They had tried, what was it? They used, they took the uterus from a dead woman, and they implanted the uterus in women who couldn't have children.
Didn't have uterus.
Oh, I think I heard
like they were born without one. So then they put them in there, and then they were able to have babies.
Wow, but then women like trans women, we don't have fallopian tubes and stuff like that.
Well, I think it was the whole shebang.
Yeah, they did in vitro and all that stuff. So they put the fertilized egg in the uterus, and then.
Oh, and then
so I believe it was 3 out of 5 of the pregnancies actually worked.
That's not bad.
And that was kind of groundbreaking because this is just the beginning, but this could go, 10, 15 years, who knows where we'll be at with this, or 20 years,
put a uterus up your butt.
Oh my god, I'm not shitting on a baby.
It could like be like a surgical attachment, like it's they connect it to your blood vessels and everything, and it just they kind of just put it on the front of you or something. I don't know, but I'm sure there's a way for it to happen. But it's definitely encouraging.
At this point, I'm definitely okay. Like I don't really care if it has my genes, but definitely Eric's. Because I would like the Oliver name. Oh, I mean, not Oliver's, but Oliverians.
You can say Oliver. My last name is Oliver. That's fine.
Wait. I thought we were discreet. I'm so used to being discreet.
I'm not. Me and Chris are all about being open and upfront.
Oh my god. Okay, well, my last name is Yang. Yaaj. So find me on Facebook.
Which doesn't mean anything because...
Don't stalk me, though, because I will ban you for life and talk to you never.
You know how many Asian chicks are named Yang?
Yes, there's Koreans, Yang, 안녕하세요, and then Chinese, ni hao ma, and then Thai, sawadee.
Anyway.
So Natalie Yang, Eric Oliver, Chris Patterson, these are all very common names.
Yeah, I know, right?
I actually made a Facebook group back when I was in college. When Facebook first started, I made a Facebook group for everybody named Chris Patterson. There were like 90 of us in there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of white and black guys in there named Chris Patterson. So like, good luck finding me. But
it's funny that you say that because when I first got your name, when you're like, oh, my name's Chris Patterson, I'm like, is he white or is he black?
For the longest time, I thought you were a white dude. And then he was like, oh, he's a black guy. I'm like, he's a black guy named Chris Patterson?
See.
I was like, what does he do? Work in the office?
My name's George Smith, and I'm the blackest person you've ever met.
Yeah, right.
But, yes, we're getting off topic.
Well, back to the having the kids thing, I did talk to my sister, believe it or not. And she was just like, yeah, I would definitely carry for you if you got to that point with, she knows that, she knows about the trans girls that I have dated. Mm-hmm. And, she's agreed to like carry. She was very clear that she didn't want it to be her first one. So she's been with her boyfriend forever, so they're probably going to have kids first. But she was like, as long as that's not my first pregnancy, then I'm good with it. So she's happy to do it for me.
That's what makes me really sad about my family is because my sister refused and my mom refused. And those are the only two girls in my family.
So yes, Chris, if your sister wants to carry for us too, we'd appreciate it.
Oh my god.
I don't know if she would do it for y'all for free.
Well, I've got $50 lying around.
Oh shit. Yes. And that's like a really the industry in that is really crazy. Because I think I watched like a Vice special on it where the surrogacy industry where like a lot of people are going over to India because it's like super cheap.
Yeah.
And like, but cheap is like you're still paying $10,000 for the whole thing.
Oh sure, I mean it's still expensive
for the whole 9 months. $10,000 base price.
Yeah, it's still.
If you do it in America, it jumps to like $40,000.
Yeah,
but that was probably like China's a few years ago, so it might be.
So, girls, cisgendered women out there, you're listening to this podcast and you want to be generous.
Help a sister out.
Help this little girl out because this little girl wants a baby.
So.
Oh, no, I want to get married first, then a baby.
Yeah.
That's my rule.
Yeah.
You don't want to have one of those hood weddings where the kids show up or at the wedding and shit.
Oh,
that's a characteristic of a hood wedding right there. So
I'm just kidding.
Don't call out my cousin.
Okay.
It's true.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I mean that
was rude,
dude. It's so true. So my cousin had her wedding, and she had a kid before she was married, and her kid was there and whatever, and it was nice and whatnot. But her husband, who is a really actually pretty good dude, like we all like him or whatever, but
he's really nice and he's really cute.
He is from the white.
She's really pretty.
He is from the white trashiest family I've ever seen.
Oh my god, why with the race again?
And when his side showed up, I'm like, oh, is that his family? They're like, oh, those are his siblings, and there were like 30 of them. I'm like,
oh jeez.
I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Well, it's Pennsylvania. They ain't got nothing else to do there.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Pittsburgh.
Oh, jeez. Cat.
That's the whole Rust Belt, Midwest.
Oh yeah.
Lots of poor whites.
Yep. I was like, holy shit. All right. I wanna ask a couple more questions before we wrap this one up. So Nat, we talked about things that guys did that you didn't like. What do guys do on online dating that you did like? What give our listeners some
definitely.
hints of things that you do like and that do work.
Well, I love being complimented. So like, definitely send these girls lots of compliments. The guys who give me compliments, it's like, hey, my name is Joe. I think you're really beautiful. I love to get to know you. Like, to be honest, that works for me all the time. And I would give you the time of the day and I would be like, hey, okay, let's chat. Especially if you're like really cute, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, let's chat some more. If you're lucky, then I would say let's FaceTime. Just be a gentleman, like just be cordial, just say, hey, introduce yourself. This is what I like, this is what I don't like. Be upfront. Be honest. Tell me what you're looking for. If you're just looking to get your nut off, then okay, let's go do that. But then don't tell me you're looking for a relationship, but at the end of the day, you're just really looking to come, I don't like that. So honesty is what I really like. And so I met a few guys who were like very honest and was like, hey, I just want a nut. And I'm like, okay, you're cute enough, let's go nut. But I have met guys who are like, oh, I want a relationship. Then we'll try it out. And obviously it didn't work out, but that's fine, There was one guy, before I met Eric and before I met my ex, there was a dude that I had met on transgender date that I was really interested in, and he lived out in Folsom, California. And I was very interested in him. He was very upfront with me. Men out there, please just be upfront and be honest. If you're just looking to get your nut off, I'm sure the girl would appreciate that. So just be honest. So this guy was very honest with me. He said, I really want a relationship. I dated trans women before and I want to, get to know you better. But obviously at this time, I was in Minnesota and he was out in California. We met up and everything, and he paid for my flight there, and we had a good time, at least on my end. But one thing I didn't appreciate was that for the 4 days that I was there, I thought we were having a good time. It was miserable for him because he wasn't feeling the same way for me. And so, that's where this whole honesty comes from, comes up again. Like, be honest. And I really wish that he would have just told me, look, I'm not really feeling this. I'm sorry to say. I could have gone and stayed with a friend or, my auntie who lived there at the time, but he didn't say anything until I got back home. And so that was a huge turnoff. But, I have met other guys who are very sweet and gentleman-like and, just be cordial and just treat the girls like a girl,
Yeah.
So guys, control your mental boners.
Yeah, it's like you would get that ass pussy soon. Just step up your game and be nice and be honest.
Now, I want to ask what happens when you're talking to a guy and he's definitely interested in you and he's showing interest in you, but he just waits like 1 month, 2 months before he asks for a dick pic or goes to FaceTime or whatever. Because I've heard stories of guys that are just so gentlemanly, they just never move the fuck on.
Really? That's what we're doing right now? Yes, okay.
Excuse me.
Dang.
Step up your game, stranger. Like, just say, hey, I'm really interested in you. Hold on, let me teach you guys how to talk. Ready? This is the Nate coming out.
Here's Nate.
Hey, baby. I think you're really beautiful, and I had a really good time talking to you. And I feel like we're really getting on a level where I could get to know you on a very deeper emotional sense. I really appreciate it. Maybe we can set up a time to FaceTime or Skype so I can get to know you better. And then after you guys FaceTime and whatever, if she's not interested and she just avoids it at all costs, I'm sorry. She's a catfish. But,
sorry, buddy. I know that was a low swipe, but
Oh my god, you were talking about Chris?
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Chris. I said sorry to the stranger. All the people who listen are my buddies.
Oh, you
No,
are
catfishing
my
still happens, man.
buddy,
It's
my
crazy.
best friend.
Yeah.
Catfishing is a fucking mess out there.
Yeah.
Yes, and then like after that, then you guys can talk about like exchanging nudities, like sex pics. I'm all about sex pics. Like send it, but don't send it the first couple messages. You know what I mean? And definitely want to be on the same page with that chick too. Like if she's talking sexual and you guys are talking about like that, definitely send it. So yeah, because girls get bored. Like I get bored very easily. So you have to like catch my attention. Otherwise, I'm just like, ew, talk to you never.
You have to cash me outside.
Cash me outside.
All right, so I got one more question for you, Nat, before we let you go. Well, I'm not letting you go, but Chris might. He might have to excuse us
before we wrap this up and let them go do their thing.
Well,
which is eat, because I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I gotta feed my thighs.
She's gonna eat my dick first, and then her butthole's gonna eat my dick afterwards. But you know, that's a story for a different
diet. Time. I want to eat salad.
Well, you're about to get some sausage. So what were your rules for dating online? And the reason I ask this is I want the guys to know what they can expect from these girls, and we've kind of touched on it, but did you have hard and fast rules like,
oh yeah,
you have to talk to me this much before I move on to this segment of dating or anything like that?
Okay, so this is just from my experience, but I feel like I was very flexible. Like I was very open-minded and very flexible. I understand that not everybody's the same and not everybody's on the same page and everybody's different. But my biggest rules were, one, no first timers. So if you lied to me, I would have never known. Like no first timers, because I don't want to be no guinea pig. 2, don't misgender me. Don't identify me as a man. Don't call me she-male, male, nothing like that. 3, like definitely send me a face pic, or I want to know what you look like before sending me any nudities, because I don't like that. Like no, I want to see who is sending me stuff first. And if I like you and we're both mutually on the same page, then go for it. 4, please, 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 please don't ask for sex the first night. Like, please, like, just be a gentleman and just say, get to know the girl first. Kind of woo her first before you say, oh, I want to stick it up your ass. You're going to get to do that. I think a lot of times men forget that we, trans women or not, we love sex just as equally. And it's kind of like, you're gonna get your dick wet. Okay, so like you just gotta play the game first. You gotta woo the girl. You gotta make the effort, make her feel wanted. You're gonna get it. You just gotta be patient. Yeah, so those are my rules.
Those are your rules? Those are pretty good rules, I think.
Oh, and if you have like a really big cock, please take your time.
Yeah. Chris, you got anything else?
No, that's our show, folks.
Oh, wait.
Porky pig us out of here.
Let me put in my 2 cents. Okay, so after this whole podcast is done and over with, men out there or anybody, this episode.
I'm like, we're not finishing. This is not the last episode.
This episode, please. Just treat your trans girl, the girl that you are, like, going after. Treat them with respect. Treat them like they're a lady, because they are ladies.
Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a lady?
Boy.
Okay, stop it. Okay, just be nice, okay? And no ghosting, Chris. No ghosting people, okay? Because ghosting is not cute. Ghosting is not something that is good.
You know what? I should.
In minor defense of ghosting, by the time you ghost somebody, you ain't interested no more, so it don't matter.
Yeah, well.
No, but it's so nice to just say, hey, look, this isn't working for me. I wish you the best.
Man,
Goodbye.
the title of this episode is like throw Chris under the bus.
No, it's gonna be called There's a Ghost.
There's a ghost.
There's a ghost, and his name is Chris.
Oh, Jesus
There's
Christ.
a ghost. Like, please don't ghost people. Like, not just with Chris. I'm just messing with Chris.
We're
but
still
like,
friends, right?
like people in general, like, just please don't ghost. There's nothing more than I hate is people who ghost. So that's it. Thank you.
Yeah. So
well, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. This has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you were great on the show.
Yeah, that's our first interview, guys, out there with a trans girl, and hopefully we'll have a lot more coming at you. And Nat's definitely going to appear on the show again. She's
well, after I did what I did to Chris, I don't think I'm welcome anymore.
This might be true. Nat might
she'll
not
be
ever
back,
be on
guys.
the show again.
So yes, and I just want to give my boyfriend's Discord a shout out, which is what?
It's the Trans Talk for Men Discord, but you have to be invited to it. So the only way to get invited is to reach out to us on transtalkformen@gmail.com. That's all one word. You can find our Twitter page, which is Trans Talk Men. Actually, I recently saw that our username is trans_talk_men. Yeah, I know. I was like, okay. I kept sending people to the wrong thing, and then I actually finally got a hold of it, and I'm like, oh, it's trans_talk_form, or not for. There's no for. Trans talk underscore men. Yeah, Trans Talk Men. There's underscores in between.
Yeah, so shout out to his Discord, and if you like this episode and you find me very funny and you like my personality, you're gonna love my tits and my cock and my ass better. So please go onto his Discord and support it, and you'll get special bonuses from your one and only.
Well, I guess that's news to me, guys.
Lots of good conversation on there. Yep. Lots of guys sharing all sorts of photos.
Yep.
Like it's definitely we built up. Well, I'm sorry. Now Eric has built up quite the community. So
it's been
by all means.
Strong. And you know what? If you're able to get up to 700 members, I would do a personal video shouting out to the Discord.
So, well, hey, there you go, guys.
And I would give everybody a special.
Well, not everybody. You'd have to go through 700 names.
No, well, I'll just shout it out on there.
I see.
Thank you, all 700 perverts. I love you guys all. You guys are all very sexy.
Do you have a Twitter or something that the guys can follow?
Yeah, like, you mean Nat? Does she have a
Twitter?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't. I don't have it yet because I'm not that popular yet.
Oh.
Because they took away Craigslist, because I was very popular on Craigslist.
Jesus Christ.
Dope.
Oh boy. Well, just know, guys, that all the money comes home to me. So.
Oh my God. That's Backpage.
I'm the pimp.
That's Backpage.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. This has been Trans Talk for Men. As always, I've been Eric.
감사합니다. Oh, sorry.
Now you can say your shit.
Oh, 감사합니다. 안녕 친구. This is Natalie. Love you guys all. Bye.
All right. Talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.
Talk to you guys ever. Bye.